joined the Bullet Club was a big star in New Japan. He had a bunch of classic matches in the G1 with Nakamura, Tanahashi. So, Carl Anderson getting a chance to shine in singles, I think, is good for him. Is that going to do anything long term? Probably not, but it's good to see, them kind of give him 10 minutes and just let him, two really good workers work, and I thought that was a really good segment.
Yeah. I guess two other things I'll mention is, as far as the women's feuds go, Bayley defeated Nia Jax in a One Contenders match. This was obviously after Stephanie McMahon ran her down pretty good in a backstage interview.
Yeah, we need more of that, huh?
Yeah,
more Stephanie.
Can't get enough of that.
Looking strong.
She won after a distraction from Sasha Banks, and then she pinned Nia Jax with a Bayley to belly off the second rope. So it's Charlotte versus Bayley for the women's title at the Rumble, and they're setting up Nia Jax and Sasha Banks as a side feud as well. So that's good. And then the main event segment was they gave Kevin Owens a Fugazi talk show, I guess, right? Called the Kevin Owens show, and made Goldberg his first guest. Goldberg appeared on Raw for the first time since after Survivor Series, I think. So a couple months. As expected, it ended with a little bit of a brawl situation. Jericho was there.
You had to have Roman Reigns there, right?
Roman Reigns came out. Yeah. Strowman was there. A lot of guys entering themselves into the Royal Rumble, and ended with Reigns and Goldberg doing a double spear on Strowman. So we'll see. I mean, the whole deal with Goldberg is that they're going to build something with him and Lesnar. Lesnar's on the show, I think, in not this Monday, but the following Monday. And then they're both on the show the Monday after that, and that's the last Monday before the Rumble. So
yep.
That's pretty much, I think, the highlights of Raw. I'm going to skip all the cruiserweight stuff and the Titus O'Neil stuff.
Quickly, what'd you give Raw?
C+, I'll say.
I'll say C. Yeah. Now we're going to hop right over to SmackDown, and then I want to talk a little bit about something I noticed between Raw and SmackDown. So, SmackDown, the show opened with Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. These two had a really good match, man. I'm really enjoying Baron Corbin. They're building him up the right way. Dolph Ziggler taking the loss, it's fine, and even more so leading to another Dolph Ziggler heel turn. I feel like he was just a heel, though, right? Has it been a while?
It's been 2013 was the last time he was a heel, so it's literally almost 4 years ago. Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like it was more recent?
It does not feel like it's been that long, but it's been almost 4 years as a babyface.
I like what they're doing with Ziggler. I kind of wanted them to do that with Sami Zayn. Maybe they still will. The whole I'm a good guy, but I'm tired of losing, kind of go a little bit nuts thing. But after the loss, Dolph Ziggler, who came out to help him?
Who came out to help? It was Kalisto.
Kalisto, and then Ziggler beat the hell out of him. And then he went to the back and he got into a fight with Uhaa Nation. Thank
Apollo
you.
Creed, yeah.
Apollo Creed. That's so it was cool to see. It was cool to see another wrinkle to Ziggler's character, and I'm totally cool with him going back to a heel. Becky Lynch defeated La Luchadora via 2 minutes via submission. It started out to be La Luchadora, and then it became Alexa Bliss and under the ring chicanery. Is official word it's going to be Mickie James? That's what I heard. Is that true?
I don't know. I think Deonna Purrazzo's been portraying the character under the mask the last 2 weeks. She's also working the TNA tapings this week, so I don't know.
So kudos to her for pulling the Rick Rude special.
The Rick Rude special.
Yeah.
Rick Rude possibly being inducted into the Hall of Fame, I heard this year.
Topical segue. God, we're getting good at this.
Yeah. So yeah, it could be, I don't know if it'll actually be Purrazzo, it could be Mickie James. Someone suggested it might be Tamina. I don't know. Let
me tell you something. There's no way that they could tell me that La Luchadora is big enough right now to beat Tamina. Tamina is a very, very large woman. Not like heavyset, but she's tall and she's a lot bigger and broader shouldered than the current luchador. But then, never let facts get in the way of a good story. So I hear you. Next was Carmella defeated Aaliyah via submission. Aaliyah, I don't know why they brought her up out of everybody, but
I don't know. It seems like they're bringing up a couple of folks from NXT or the cruiserweights to do these I guess these somewhat random jobs, right, on the main roster. I think they have Oni Lorcan do a job recently, and
that's good. That's good for me. Yeah, they brought up Biff to job to somebody. And speaking of bringing up people to job, American Alpha defeated Breeze and Fandango in 30 seconds.
It's upsetting.
Fabrice is their
Breezango.
I don't care what it is. I'm going with Fabrice. their gimmick where they're like what are they? The
Fashion
police. They're kind of getting over, but 30-second loss to the champions.
That doesn't help. Does not help matters.
Next was the main event. It was Dean Ambrose and The Miz for the IC title. This feud has a lot of good heat because this feud has some good heat because of the whole Renee Young thing. Miz said to Renee Young accused Miz of being obsessed with Dean Ambrose, and The Miz says, "Aren't you obsessed with him? You are the one sleeping with him." Boom, slap to the face, blah, blah.
Burn, as Kelso would say.
Burn. Type. Little mic drop on her. And then in this episode, Maurice went to the back and she slapped Renee Young in the face. And that led to Maurice getting involved in the main event and getting kicked out. Miz hitting Ambrose with the title from behind, which everybody thought was going to be the 3 count. Dean Ambrose turns around, rebounded, Super Ambrose, and gets the W over the Miz. I am completely fine with this move, Joe.
Yeah.
Tell me why you don't enjoy it. I'm going to kick back. Tell me why you don't like this.
I don't like... I'm not an Ambrose guy, so seeing him in a ton of main events and title feuds for the last 6 months is just wearing a little thin on me. And Miz has done a excellent job as the Intercontinental Champion since the night after WrestleMania. He dropped it to Ziggler at No Mercy and won it back maybe about 6 weeks later. And he was kind of just getting going with a second run, which I was hoping would last until WrestleMania, where he would maybe drop the title to somebody there. Instead, they did this.
How about Ambro Omega, and we get a Kenny Omega, Dean Ambrose tag team? How about Bro Mega, and they both come out wearing some bro frat clothes? Joe's team of the year. Well, listen, I think what this is going to do is this is going to keep Dean Ambrose out of the main event title picture, which I'm okay with because it's nice to see... there we go. It's nice to see them focusing the main event, somewhere else without Ambrose because he's been there for, pretty much the entire year. And The Miz isn't going to be affected by losing. He's not. He can talk himself into any match he wants, which he's going to do. And I wouldn't be surprised to see The Miz win the Royal Rumble at this point. The guy's been...
That's bold.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do, Joe.
It's bold. That's
what I do. The guy's been great. And he killed it on the mic on Talking Smack afterwards when he stormed off and he said, is RJ talking about... What do you say? Cody, RJ, you missed it. We were talking about Shibata. You have to go back and watch. I covered the entire Wrestle Kingdom. Dude, we're going to be on demand on the iTunes app. So, the hell was I saying now?
You're talking about how Dean Ambrose sucks. You want to keep going? No, you said Miz was going to win the Royal Rumble. That was the last thing you said.
Dean Ambrose sucks. No, I don't remember saying
that. That was me, actually.
Yeah, that was
you did say something. You said something about the Miz possibly winning the Rumble.
Yeah, Miz possibly winning the Rumble. As I was saying, too, Miz can talk himself into any match he wants. He's not going to get hurt. He's a heel. He's supposed to lose and get the face over. Now, he could say he only lost because Maurice wasn't out there, yada, yada, yada. They're going to get a rematch in. The IC title, even though it's been switching a little bit more frequently lately, it still means something on SmackDown because of The Miz. So, I'm just pumped that Dean Ambrose won.
So you said Miz is the heel, so he's there to get the face over?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like Omega's there to get Okada over? Yes. Nailed it. Awesome.
What do you mean by that?
Feel good about that. You said the heel is there to lose, to get the face over.
Right.
So Omega lost to Okada. That was the right call. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. I agree.
So what's with the celebration?
I'm saying I'm right.
Well, no, your opinion's
Feels
right.
good to be right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We agree.
You know who else I agree with?
We
Meltzer. With the 6 stars.
6 stars.
Yeah.
An
I can't wait till the
rating.
What?
An unattainable rating.
That's how good the match was. Nobody... As Will Ospreay said. Will Ospreay said he's going to retire because...
It's like saying you're going to give 110%. It's not possible. You can't do it.
Well, I'll tell you
who's going to give 100%.
I'll tell you who's not going to give 110%. Anybody who writes for Raw. Because SmackDown, again, was far and away the good show. They had some good matches on there, and I'm looking forward to a heavy dose of Dean Ambrose in 2017. As a matter of fact, why don't we get to what the people have been waiting for? It's the return of... the 5 count, where right now, the Enforcer and the Stallion are going to give you our 5 bold predictions for 2808.
Hope no one's recording this. Oh, wait, we're recording in two spots. Okay, my bad.
We're recording this.
All right.
2008. Ready? Randy Orton's going to win a title. No, here we go. You want to start? Why don't we go 1-1?
Sure.
Okay. My bold prediction for 2017, Kenny Omega will win the IWGP Heavyweight title. Pretty straightforward. The guy deserves it. He's been putting on better matches than almost anybody. More consistent matches. And I think with Okada saying what he did and that, him showcasing himself on that biggest stage of Wrestle Kingdom, you'll see him win the title.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go with a similar one and say that Baron Corbin will win a singles championship this year.
Okay. I think he deserves it. I think that's a really good call on your part.
I think he's going down that path, so I'll say that he'll get there one way or the other in 2017.
Okay. Damn, I had so many, and now I'm under the lights. Finn Balor will win the Royal Rumble.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think I know he's a young kid. He's healing up fast. He's coming back from injury a little bit early. The demon music's going to play. Bada bing, bada boom. Finn Balor goes to the Rumble.
Okay. I like it.
Okay.
I'll say... This is the second one, right? Second one we're going? I'll say...
That's what comes after one. That's the Omega comment.
That's rough.
Yeah.
One day you'll come around to the
One day you'll recognize real wrestling.
Yeah. Mick Foley will not last the year as the Raw GM.
Oh, man, I hope so. I hope so. I think he's... do you think it's because of the mistakes he's been making?
And that's part of it.
Yeah, I think he's... You think he's mentally fried? He's mentally not there? Or he's doing too many things?
I think it's just... I don't know. I don't know if it's him just kind of getting up there with all his injuries and stuff. And, the lines now are more scripted, I think, for these guys and their promos. And it seems like that's been happening since the first night he debuted, I think, right? Like Stephanie had to slip him a line or something in the ring.
Yeah, she corrected him a bunch of times, yeah.
It just happens more and more frequently. And I don't think he doesn't have a great history with Vince as it is. So I think I can't see him lasting the full year as the Raw GM.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Another bold prediction. Do I want to focus all my efforts? No. AJ Styles will be the champion going into WrestleMania.
I hope you're right about that.
I do too. Yeah, he deserves it, and he deserves a nice long run. And I hope he doesn't. Well, yeah, I want him to keep the title the entire way through. So I'm gonna say he's going to be the champion going into Mania.
Okay. I'll say. Hulk Hogan returns to WWE in 2017 in some capacity, in some manner.
I don't want that.
No,
no.
It's the Hulkster, bro.
I'm done with the Huckster.
Come on, man.
I'm done. Man, I don't know. There's so many things that I was thinking about. Closely. I would say Austin Aries debuts in the WWE.
Main roster?
Active roster, yeah. Main roster.
Okay. I'll say TNA becomes a watchable, viewable wrestling organization.
I was literally just going to quote TNA.
In 2017.
Yep. Can I piggyback on that?
Absolutely.
TNA will change their name before 2017 is over.
Okay.
They will have a new name. We'll get rid of TNA. So
Double J, bro.
Double J. It's going to be GFJJ Wrestling.
That's what we need. Is that your fifth?
That was my fifth.
That was your fifth. All right. My last one is Adam Cole wins the NXT title in 2017.
Oh, God.
I went bold for these, bro.
That is a really bold one. Yeah, that was good. All right. Well, I hope people hold us to this, and we'll check back in a year. How much time we got? Do we have time to talk about what I was going to talk about after SmackDown? Do we have time? Yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Sure.
So last week was the first week in quite some time that SmackDown defeated Raw in the ratings, correct?
That's true.
Okay. Now here's the issue I have. Why did SmackDown defeat Raw, Joe?
I think 2 reasons. Well, maybe 3.
Okay.
One was there was a Monday Night Football game on that I think a lot of people wanted to watch.
What game was it?
I think it was Dallas and Detroit, I believe. We're talking about